Time with Tony, and we're back.
We're back.
Yeah. We're a little. Listen, before we start this, I don't think I ever really knew, even after being paramedic partners for years, you were like an ice cream freak.
Oh, I love
Is this
ice cream.
new?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Love ice cream.
Okay.
The greatest thing in the world is a root beer float.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, my God.
No kidding.
Oh, my God. I don't care how bad my diabetes was. When you go on vacation, I'd have to have a root beer float.
Oh, my God.
I love root beer float.
Okay.
Love root beer float.
Nice. All right, so everybody go out, put the tape on pause, go make yourself a root beer float, then come back and watch.
And watch.
Right? All right,
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so it was a while. Then we did our last, which was a little longer, kind of get everybody updated. What's happening now?
Yeah. Well, I think that we're a little bit of a standstill right now. Where things are going okay. Mm-hmm. Some numbers are good, some numbers are bad. And we're in that interim period where we're trying to figure out what the next step is. I did have, a little bit of setback. I had a little bit of fluid in my abdomen when I was in the hospital, and we talked about hospitalization last time. There was a little bit, and it is a little bit more. And in those situations, because of the liver and what's going on there, and in those situations, they have to drain it. So we're going to have to make some decisions this week about, draining some fluid off the liver. But again, it's, I'm going to go back to find an issue, we take care of the issue.
Yeah.
Find a test, it goes bad, what are we going to do? And when people always say, well, what does the doctor say? Well, nothing, because you don't, I'm going to go back that it's a test, it's a situation, it's an event that dictates how we move forward, which is always hard. That's the hard part of it, because there is no set, this is what we're doing. And it all depends on the symptoms. And again, I truly feel blessed, because I really haven't had these horrific things happen to me. I would say what's most annoying is the numbness in my hands and feet. And the other stuff is mild. So I do feel very fortunate. And like I said, after over a year of treatment, being in the hospital once, in that period of time with my diagnosis, I wore that as a badge of honor. That I didn't get sick and things were going well. And things progress. I mean, things aren't always going to go in a good fashion. And those are the things that we have to be ready for. Those are the things that we have to be prepared for, and those are the things that we have to accept and move forward. I was talking to someone today about, it's almost like, apathetic is the wrong word, and I'm trying to find a good word for it. But, like, for example, we might have to drain some fluid off your belly. Okay. So, not that I'm not
so you have to be almost fair about it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't never know how to categorize that, because it's not that I don't care, and it's really, you don't really have a choice unless you want to stop treatment. Right. So I was thinking about that today, of how to verbalize that, because it's like, oh my God, you're going to get, your stomach tapped. Okay. I mean, that's what we got to do next.
To be honest with you, it gives you another opportunity to download the new You Jag Off Late Night video while you're getting your stomach tapped.
Watch it, yeah, I had something to do.
No, so this is interesting of what you're going through, because as we've talked in many of the episodes about how you've been the master of control of everything. Even when you lost control over, being diagnosed, you took control of finances, you took control of work, you took control of everything. And, just talking about that, you have, you've had to learn to depend on people to do some things, because you're walking with a cane and your numbness. That's a tough thing, because you were not that Gina she's a control person too, but not that you took care of everybody, but you took care of everything.
Yeah. Gene and I are both pretty strong
Yeah.
individuals, and we take the bull by the horns and we
Yeah.
get it done, you know. And something as simple as I'm the driver. I don't like to be in a car with other people driving. I just don't. That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with the neuropathy, having to help a little hand getting up from a seat, help walk a little bit on surfaces that aren't level.
Mm-hmm.
Help with just like I can't pour out of a medicine bottle into a medicine cup to take a cough medicine.
Okay.
Because it's too fine of a skill.
Hmm.
And that is I'm starting to we talk about these different things that I think about. I think about in the past how I'm going to die. How this. Now, one of the top things that I'm thinking about is how am I going to continue to accept
Mm-hmm.
the help and the dependency upon others, because I'm not saying tomorrow, but if things go the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to basically have to depend on my family for almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
To get dressed, all of those things. So I'm working through that now early.
Yeah.
So that and my family keeps saying, well, we'll do anything. Of course. I mean,
Sure.
They're going to do anything. We'll do anything for you. Don't worry about it. You're worrying too much. But I'm trying to get myself ready now to be a more dependent person.
Physically, it's almost easier to accept it as the mental part of accepting it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't get up and go in the kitchen and bring a plate of food onto the table because I can't walk.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have someone do that.
Yeah.
I can't go into a store and carry a couple bags of groceries out because I can't walk with a cane.
Mm-hmm.
That because I have to walk with a cane. That from an independent person drives you crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like you go, just gotta wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They're gonna bring my drink in. Yeah. I mean, it's just and again, I think that the physical aspects will get more difficult as a disease progresses. And I hope I have a little more time before that occurs. You know, but even these small things play account. So I'm working on it. I mean, I think that for folks out there experiencing the same thing, I think number one, you got to realize that there is no other option. It is what it is, number one. And I say that a lot, but it is. Number two, the people that support you and love you and will take care of you don't mind doing it. But you always think that, like Gina, we have a pact now. I'm not allowed to say I'm sorry because I keep saying,
because you're asking for things.
I'm asking for things. I say I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And she said, you got to stop.
Yeah.
You got to stop. There's nothing to be sorry for. There's nothing you did. There's nothing you can do. We've got to get things done.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't stop. Stop saying you're sorry. So we're really working through it, I think, well. And I think that, folks out there need to, if they're in this early stage, have to start thinking about it and have to start accepting and starting to prepare themselves mentally for being much more dependent on others.
Because it's good to charge into it like I'm going to beat this son of a gun.
Yeah.
Right? But, but there's also laws where you have to say, okay, I'm not going to fight this particular moment.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Right.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Because, there is no choice. And I know, with my background, like I said, the physical needs as disease progresses. Oh yeah. I mean, that's nursing care. That's,
right.
That's it. It's this right now period that, you can't even go get a glass of water and bring it into the living room.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And think about if you can't drive right now because your foot's numb.
Right.
And you just have to depend on everybody for everything that you're doing every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on now. You know, I'd love any suggestions, honestly.
I was just about to say we should, if you have,
if you guys are going through, message your Jagoff and let them know. Because this one, because of my control freak, I'm struggling a little bit with it, and I don't have this great insight other than trying to be mentally prepared and accepting of my family and loved ones who are more than willing to do anything for me. But it's just accepting that. Accepting that. That's the tough part.
Before we go, when we're recording this, it's a Sunday before we go do something big on Monday. We're going to go tell the Time with Tony story, right? So,
go ahead.
So we're going to go see the folks at KDKA and Beyond Talk Pittsburgh to tell them all about our little ramblings that we've been doing.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
So,
I'm really excited about that. And how was Halloween?
Halloween? As far as
your granddaughter.
Oh, I did. You know, Halloween is my time. I used to make my own costumes, and when my kids, it might cost me $500 to make a costume when it costs $23 to buy it in the store. But Halloween was great. As a matter of fact, Valentina was Olaf, and I made her costume, and it worked out. It worked out again this year. I don't know how to really sew. I know the basics. I don't know how to make a pattern. I know how to jury rig it all. And it worked out. So good pictures of it.
So I laughed so hard. My Charlie, she's almost the same, 2 years old. When they asked her what she wanted to be a tomato. A 2-year-old.
So random,
A tomato.
Right.
A tomato. So my Charlie was a tomato.
So did you buy it?
Buy it, yeah. We went and bought a tomato. Went online and bought a tomato.
Oh my God.
Halloween costume. And she was so excited. And then she said she wanted to be the tomato princess.
Oh my God.
And I said, well, just put your little, all these kids have these little crowns. Yeah. Put your crown on. She didn't. She just went as a tomato. And she was, that kind of stuff just makes my day. I just can't believe at a 2-year-old level that she wants to be a tomato. And she is happy as heck going around in her little tomato outfit.
That's so funny.
So cool.
Yeah. That's funny.
So cool. And like I said, you got to take the little stuff. You got to take the little stuff. And that's the things that just make my day and make me push forward and make me do everything I can to make every day count. And Charlie and little Anthony are a big part of that right now. So it's pretty cool.
There you go. One last question before we go. Are you very particular about root beer in your root beer floats? Does it have to be a certain kind? Can it be cheap root beer?
Cheap.
Does it have to be? Oh, really?
Because I like it when it gets creamy at the end.
Soft ice cream or hard ice cream?
I like soft.
Okay.
I like soft.
All right. There you go.
Love root beer floats.
That's it. Thanks, guys.